I'm Renee Knorr, model, creative director, founder of Global Women Wealth Warriors, Wellness Hub, and GW3 Magazine. I dedicated my life and devoted my career into helping women and girls to achieving their goals. I've been passionate about empowering women and enriching men. This opportunity in working with the Global Women Wealth Warriors have afforded me the pleasure of traveling outside of the country to be a support unit, most importantly, to help impact and change lives. Our ultimate purpose is to help others to become whole from finance, spiritual, mental, as well as physical. We know there are challenges and obstacles to get you to the next level. However, it's time for you to level up, boss up, and welcome to Power to Soar. Am I grateful to be here today. I am not only the founder of the Global Women Wealth Warriors, but I'm also the founder of the GW3 Club. And with the greatest opportunity today to not only being a part of the amazing family with the Breakfast with Champions, thanks to Mr. Glenn Lundy, today is a special day. Not only is it a special day, it's a special moment in our lives and in our time, right? I am currently right now traveling. That's one of the amazing things I love to do. And we are grateful to be in a space where it's 4 a.m. in the morning. However, it's about 1 o'clock in the afternoon with our special guests. Not only are we going to be talking about the power of clarity, thanks to the Breakfast with Champions with our themes, one of the greatest things we know, the power of clarity gives you just that ability to unleash your true potential. Not only your true potential, being able to adapt to any environment, no matter where you are. And the key with that is not only having confidence, but also being able to empower. So if you're in the Breakfast with Champion family right now, and you haven't shared out this room, I'm going to see, we only have 29 shares currently right now. And currently we have over 125 people in this room. Let's go ahead on and let's if everybody share out the room at least one time, we can automatically hit our numbers of 125. As it stands right now, before we finish up with this interview, I would love to have at least 200 people in the room. So if you can do that for me, guys, not only am I bringing to you probably one of the youngest authors that I've ever had the opportunity of meeting. That's right, thanks to the Clubhouse. But also, he's an amazing young man that has empowered so many at a very early age. I don't know about you, but when I was 13 years of age, the last thing I was thinking about is empowering and making an impact in the world. But this giant here, not only is he making an impact in the world, he's also going to be one of our award recipients for the Power to Soar Leadership Conference. Without further ado, I need everybody in that clubhouse to put your hands together for the young man himself. Not only is he an author, he's a motivational speaker. He's a TEDx speaker. That's right. He's a young man that has clarity down to a T. The man himself, Mr. Mohamed Talks. Let's give it up for Mr. Mohamed Talks. Hi, my friend.
Hello, everyone. Thank you very much. It's actually 11 a.m. in the morning. Hopefully you get that right. Sorry, it's just a miscommunication. But yeah, sorry. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Mrs. Renee Knorr, for having me here today. And yeah, hope I won't disappoint.
You will never disappoint. You know why? Because you always have this clarity about yourself. You know, I've had the pleasure of hearing your voice on the Clubhouse app almost about a year ago. And then after a while, you totally went away. And then automatically, I heard you probably maybe not even 3 weeks ago. It had to be 2 weeks ago, right there, Nelson. So can you share with me, Mohamed? Please share with me, where have you been? I mean, you're currently right now in Algeria. And for those who don't know, Algeria is right there in Africa. You have been like a missing piece. So share with us, what have you been doing for that time since you've been away on the app?
So I've been recollecting myself. I've been learning a lot more. I've been basically doing a lot more. I've been gaining a lot more knowledge. I've been understanding, comprehending. I've been doing a lot more things, basically. I've wrote up, I mean, I've basically done a lot of things. I'm not gonna lie. I've made videos. I've made content. I've worked on developing myself by reading books. I've done a lot of things, basically. It's just, in general, I've been working on my self development. I got a lot of certificates. I'm actually a certified IT support specialist, a certified marketer. I'm also a certified English teacher, if you will. There's a lot of things.
I just adore that. I love the fact that you've been working on yourself. And the key to it is that has not only helped you to propel yourself to this new person that you are. And, I have to ask this question because when you hear your voice and when you hear how eloquently you post, responses, I want to know what has been your number one thing that truly have transformed your life? Because I thought I heard, Mohammed, that you love reading. Is that fair to say? So I want to know this because now we know that you're an author. Was it after the first book, the second book, maybe the 25th book, or maybe was it after the what? The 44th book that you've read? How many books have you read already?
I've read about 100, but you could say like 80, 89. Most of them were just fantasy books, like 50% of them. But the other were just, self-development books like Think and Grow Rich, Robert T. Kiyosaki's Rich Dad Poor Dad, a classic. My favorite series are the top three in the world last centuries. For the last century, it's just like Harry Potter, guaranteed, the Sherlock Holmes series, and then the Alice in Wonderland series. Through the Looking Glass, into the Hole. It's just a great series where it literally makes your imagination grow. It lights it on fire.
I am so impressed by you, and I know for sure many others are truly impressed by you. And that's one of the greatest things about reading. It truly fuels your energy and also give you that imagination. Now, I have to ask this question. When it came down to you taking this time away from the clubhouse, you became an author. You are now one of the amazing authors. And one of the things I share with you already, not only have I already ordered my book, we're going to also have a book read with your book. Tell us a little bit more about your book and why now becoming an author at this time in your life.
So for me, I've been working on this book. So I'll give you an overview. I've worked 2 years on a book. Then I restart the whole book from scratch. I take a break from writing. I go into Clubhouse. I listen to people. I speak. I grow. I get a few counts banned, a few counts this, dot, dot, dot. I'm basically learning about Clubhouse. It's something new. And what I do after that is I take a break from Clubhouse and I start reading books. I started reading books around when I was 9, 10 years old, thanks to my dad. He's an IT support specialist. And so basically, I'm reading books, I'm doing this, yeah, etc., etc., etc. And then what I do is basically I learn from these books, and then I come back to my book and I realize it's absolutely trash. So after that, I revamp the whole entire book, and I use a little bit, but I had to rewrite my book from scratch. And there, of course, there were things that I needed to add, things that I needed to include, disclude, and except for my parts of the book, like especially the part where I talk about our prophet, peace be upon him, and his saying. I won't read it for you, but you need to find it in the book. First person to find it and tag me, I don't know what you'll get, but yeah, do it. So basically, it's just I took a little bit of time to develop so I can develop my book.
Absolutely love that. You're an old soul, and I think I shared that with you. You have such a uniqueness about yourself. And the greatest part about it, I know how much you love your family, your mother, your dad, as well as your brothers and your sisters. I want to know, what is it like? One of the things we were talking about this week, it was all about sleep, with Glenn Lundy. Can you share with us what is like a typical day for Mohammed?
Sounds like you want a typical day where I'm productive, or a typical day where I am just having fun, or a typical day.
I just love you. One of the things I want to ask, because you know you got me smiling over here, right? Let's talk about your as a young student, a productive day being the 13-year-old. You know, I want to know about that, and
Okay.
then we'll talk
So
about because you already
productive
have all the
day. My
productivity.
dad My dad usually wakes me up at 5, so I can start early. I wake up at 5, at 4 to pray, have al-fajr, it's a prayer. And then after that, I immediately get into working. I do my courses. Now I've taken a break since it's August, I have a little break before. Actually, we're starting in September, so I have another month, thankfully. But I'm taking this little break so I can make content. It's been a while since I've made videos, so I can start editing more videos, so I can start doing podcasts, etc. And so I can start working on my other book. So Clubhouse is really helpful, and I'm also, I usually play outside. So for me, it's just a typical day. I wake up at 5. I do my courses so I can gain more certificates, so I can be hireable. If you want to hire me, I'm here. LinkedIn, Mohamed Talks his mom, because my mom holds my account for now. And it's an amazing thing for me. I wake up at 5. I start my courses. Immediately after that, I have some breakfast. Immediately after that, I just go ahead and pray, because there's another prayer there. Then I just continue just doing this, and then from time to time I get a few videos, a few games, just to relieve myself. With my siblings, I usually play with my sister and my younger brother and basically all my siblings. After that, we have lunch. After lunch, we usually have a break if I nap or if I watch a movie or so. After that, I have another book reading section, so I can read more books. I read about books from 3 to 4 hours a day. So I read about 3 to 4 hours a day. Most of the time, I just comprehend and understand the things that I'm doing. So after that, I go outside to play some football. Lionel Messi. So after that, I come here, I take a shower so I can relieve my muscles. Then I go ahead and, of course, there are prayers in between the day. There are 5 prayers. The sixth one is an extra, but it's a great one to do, which is at 5 a.m. And then I pray, I have dinner. I read sometimes Harry Potter before going to sleep, even though I've read it before. I just do it again because it's a way to get my imagination up. Then I have no screen time for the last 2 hours of the day. But if I'm being productive, I stay up late on Clubhouse to 12 to 1 a.m. And of course, I read Quran as well, since it's a part of my religion. I basically do everything my religion says. I'm a Muslim. Go read about Islam, greatest religion I've ever heard of. So basically, if I'm being super productive, I usually stay up to 1, 2, 3 a.m. on Clubhouse, as well as I'm reading a book or writing something. So that's a day in my life.
My goodness. Well, you know what I heard? Overall, you love reading. You're very passionate about reading. And I feel as if that has truly helped you to really have all this great imagination. I want to share this with you, and this is the truth. By the time I was 13 years of age, I come from a family. My mom definitely, reading was number one on our priority list as well. My mom was a Jehovah's Witness. So we always had to read, and we always had to connect with that spirituality. But by far, young man, I'm like, how do you find the time to do everything? But the greatest part about it, you find harmony in everything that you do. And I love the fact you're very close with your family. Now, I want to ask this question to you because I know people are wanting to know this. How important is it to stay on track? That's right, to stay on track with not only with the things that you are striving to do, but to live out your full potential with clarity. How important is that for you?
Okay, should I shoot my shot, or do you want a friendly
Shoot your
response?
shot, baby.
Okay.
Shoot it.
So basically, if you want to stay up with clarity, do the opposite of what you tell yourself. Like you think I want to go to sleep. Do the opposite of that and go ahead and get more productive. Because if you have the energy to think of sleep, you have the energy to think of work. So go ahead and work. If you think I need to go outside, I need to play, Yeah, do that every once in a while. And this is what my dad usually tells me. If you think you need to play, go work. Because when it comes to the time of playing, you will understand that you need to play. So my parents just help me. Like when I overwork, they tell me don't stop, and I overwork. When I play, they never tell me to stop. It's a thing because what you need to know every certain time when you need to do something. You need to be on track, you need to be get on track, and you need to keep the consistency. To have full clarity, be truthful to yourself and to the people around you, be a great person, and be with greater people. Because the saying goes, tell me who your friends are and I'll tell you who you are. So if you're around greater people, if you're in your environment is the most important thing, because as a person who's developing from 13 to 30, everything is a rubber ball, or your environment and you are a rubber ball. Your environment is basically a flat wall that if that rubber ball hits, it will make a mark and it will bounce right off. So as soon as you start bouncing and bouncing, there are spikes on those walls. There are icky stuff on those walls. There's gum that can get you stuck. Basically, those represent the challenges in life. In this life, to stay fully clear, do what you want, but do what you need more. So when you do what you need more than when you do what you want, that's the greatest thing about life.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree with you more than that. I want to say this because I've actually had the opportunity of meeting amazing super humans at the age of 13, whether they're supermodels alongside with super traders. But by far, young man, you are the only one that I have met that is a super speaker at the age of 13 years of age. I understand you have a documentary that you've done as well. You're a talk show host, and you just bring about so much confidence. How do you keep yourself motivated?
I mean, I'm motivated by. Oh, by the way, I should have put a trigger warning. I'm a Muslim, of course. I'm not trigger warning on that. I'm about to say something Islam, like I'm super proud of my religion. So I'm like my mom motivates me and my dad, because my dad tells me every day, like, if I were your age I'd do better than you, and I'd be like, oh yeah, we'll see. And at the end of the day I like give him a to-do list and I'm like, could you do that? And he tells me like, yeah, you did that in like 5 hours. Where's the rest of your day? And I'm like, so basically, like my mom and dad challenge me, and the challenge is what gets me motivated. But the good habits are what keep me going. As well as listening to motivational speakers from time to time, because that helps me a lot as well. I love to listen to people like Steve Harvey. I love to listen to people on Clubhouse, like the Breakfast with Champions Club. A lot of people. There's a lot of things that I love to listen to that help me get motivated. I love reading books. I'm also motivated by our Prophet, peace be upon him, because everyone now just has 1,000, 100 million, 2 billion followers. Followers are people who follow you because of your assets. But a true follower in this world, like our Prophet, peace be upon him, has about 2 billion followers in life, are the people who repeat what you have done because they know that there's nothing better than that.
Impressive. So as you said, a true follower is a person that repeat what you have done because there's true essence in that spell. One of the greatest things I must say about you, Muhammad, you give us energy. Somebody put in the chat, Muhammad's talks give us energy, you give us life. And, at this very tender age of 13, are you at this moment right on track? You're living your dreams. Are you at this point in your life? Are you living your dreams out loud? And share with us, if you're not, what are some of your dreams?
So, for me, one of my dreams is to, well, not a dream, it's like I have to accomplish that, because my parents have made it clear that what goes around comes around, just like the blades on a chainsaw. That's a lyric from Eminem. So basically, it's the greatest thing about life is that when you help, you get helped. When you give, you are given. When you when you shake, you are shaken, and when you hate, you are hated. When you love, you're loved. So the thing is, everything just comes right back at you like a rubber ball. If you smack a wall, you're getting smacked at the same time. Like there's no more way, there's no better way to represent you in life than a rubber ball and a strictly firm wall or a series of walls. Because you try to get over it, doesn't work. You try to go through it, doesn't work. You need to start to break it down one by one. That's life.
And look like you have it handled so well at this very early age. One of the other greatest things I want to share with you, Mohammed, I know you have this incredible book, and let's hold the book up so everybody can see. Not only do we want and we encourage those to support you with this book, this is your first book. And with it, tell us a little bit more in depth about why you wanted this to be your first masterpiece to be released.
Okay, so before I hold it up for you guys, because it's definitely right here. So like basically, before I hold it up for you guys, the most important thing about my book is that you guys will learn essentialism. You guys will learn a lot of things. So what you guys will learn about my book is you'll learn how to have the utmost amount of essentialism in life. It's called Life Essentials by yours truly, Mohammed Talks. And just to give you guys like a fundamental, if you go to my Instagram, Mr. Kevin, I believe, who is a great old wise man. He's not old, but he's a wise man. He said, I stayed up to read that book. Big props to Mr. Kevin. I bet it was worth it. And one reader actually said, we have it on the book, so someone read it and they gave it a great 5-star review. After reading this book, I learned the importance of implementing life essentials into my life. And that's the sole purpose of this book. It's a great book. If you want more details, you can go to Amazon and just search Life Essentials by me, Mohammed Talks. So yeah, my book is just a great idea and a great way. At first, I found it hard to encapsulate my ideas into one book because in this life, there's a lot of things you have to realize, and there are a lot of things you have to learn. And this book helps you a lot. For me, it was hard to encapsulate the ideas of your why and your dreams, your hopes, what you need to know, what you should know, life's tutorials. Like the first few chapters and the last chapters were hard to encapsulate. Like reading and reading and reading is so important, but most of the time I find books where it's just 75% story and 25% what you really need. For me, the reason why this book is a little short and there's a quiz at the end because I want you guys to actually go out with something, not with an idea. I want you guys to go out with something, not with just a story and you don't even understand the book. For me, my book is straightforward. If there is a little bit of story, it's because it explains the part of the book. My book just goes straight to the point. It's like you're going to learn as much as you can from this book as from a 1 hour video about life essentials. And you can read this in about an hour as well.
So brilliant. I mean, if everyone can do this for me on the Clubhouse, if you're right there watching us on YouTube, let's put some yellow hearts in the chat for Mohammed Talks. Not only is he brilliant beyond means, but also he has such clarity in regarding to his steps. I would like for you to share with us, how do you see yourself in 5 years? How do you see yourself in 5 years?
Well, hopefully, inshallah, I will be alive. As a 13-year-old, in 5 years, I'll be 18. So in 18, I'll be hopefully a businessman, the owner and the founder. Actually, I don't want to be the owner. I want to be the founder and the owner of Mohammed Talks Incorporated. That's inspired by Phineas and Ferb's Doofus Merch Evil Incorporated. Don't copyright us. So basically, I love the fact that I want to have a company, not for the money, but for the help. Because money in this world is just a currency. If currency didn't exist, could you imagine? If we wanted currency to not exist, it could. The world would be better. But, of course, people prefer that one person has more than the other. No one likes complete balance because that does not exist. So, it's just in life, I believe that money is just a currency. wealth is something good. Health is the opposite of wealth. So for me, if you're healthy, you are exactly wealthy. But if you're wealthy, you're not as much healthy. So it's basically wealth is being rich and being healthy at the same time. Because so stocks are going up. Yes, everything is good, but nothing matters when your health is going down. Like for me, health is a crown that's on that sits upon the healthy. No one sees it but the sick. So it's one of the most important things in life is to have your essentials. Right? You know, by reading my book, you'll define your essentialism in life. Life essentials by me. So my thing is just I want to help people so people can help me. I want to make connections so people can connect to me. I want to give so people can give me. So it's straightforward. I'm not giving you just so I could get back, but I'm giving you because I know I will get back. I don't
I,
expect it
I
from you. I expect it from anywhere around the world.
You have given us so much of you this morning, and it's amazing how 30 minutes goes by so fast. But not only have you given us your time, you've given us the love as well as the passion. And wherever mom and dad are, please let them know how much we truly appreciate them, as well as we truly respect and love what they have done in raising you, my friend. One of the greatest things you said, not for the money, but it's for the health, and that is something that's so true. I want you to do this with me, though. Not only we're going to help you in helping you not only sell your book, we want to actually utilize that book a part of our life lessons, and I would like for us to be able to put that on our link. So therefore, those right there in the Breakfast with Champions can also order your book. I know for sure the GW3 Warriors, we're going to make that a part of our book club as well and bring that into our library. We're not only honoring you as one of the youngest honorees for the GW3, most influential youth in the world, but you're also going to be one of our public speakers, one of our keynote speakers that's going to be taking place on Sunday. And we just want to say thank you so very much, Mohamed. Thank you for your leadership. Thank you for your empowerment. Thank you for your inspiration. And thank you for living in your gift. You know exactly your calling. And that's so impressive. And I want you to do this for me because today is somebody's special day. Today is Brad's birthday. Can you help me by saying happy birthday to Brad? He's with he's one of our Breakfast with Champions moderators, and he is going to be coming up soon. Can you help me sing happy birthday to Brad?
Real quick, I'm just Googling happy birthday song.
Mm-hmm. Happy birthday to Brad. Can you say this? Happy birthday to Brad.
Happy birthday, Mr. Brad!
Yes.
It's your birthday today.
Yes, I love that. So in
Happy
closing,
birthday!
Mohamed, happy birthday, Brad. In closing today, what would be the words of inspiration you would like to leave the Breakfast with Champions where it relates to having that power of clarity? Please share.
So one of the most important and one of the most common things in life is that people don't understand where they're going. So sometimes life gets blurred because you're wearing glasses to see more clearly, but during the fog, those glasses make you blind. So it takes a few minutes and a few hours and a few days and a few months and maybe even a few years of wasting for you to stop and actually clean those glasses and actually try to use your eyes for once. So you need to sometimes stop in life and actually clean your visuals, clean your view. Because if you're going into a great, foggy, misty adventure, you're not going to see much of an adventure, are you? So you need to change your direction. You need to go somewhere that's more clear. You need to go towards a dream that you know is your greatest desire. And one of the the most important thing for me is to you're born an original, so don't die a copy. I got that from Mr. Tim. So it's just one of the most important things. If you're born an original, don't die a copy. If everyone was a copy of each other, like someone's just copy pasting people like in document or Word, what if someone makes something different? Everyone will follow them. That acts as a boss. But a leader is different and he makes it everyone uniquely different. Because everyone in this life, I won't say you're unique, you're extraordinarily ordinary.
Absolutely. Well said by the man himself, Mr. Mohamed Talks. Well, guys, this has been my segment with Breakfast with Champions, this special segment. And not only am I honored to have you here with us, we're looking forward to working with you and the entire family. And we will be together January in Dubai. That's going to be our goal. Thank you so very much,
Hopefully,
Mohamed.
inshallah. Thank you very much, Mrs. Rennie
You're
Knorr.
so
If you
welcome.
haven't already, follow her, follow me, subscribe to her, subscribe to me, and I'll see you guys next time. See ya!
Absolutely. Well, guys, thank you so very much for the Breakfast with Champions. Everybody, please, let's unmute and let's celebrate not only for Mohamed, but also let's welcome Miss Dora Maria on the stage. Everybody in the clubhouse, thank you so very much. Thank you. Oh my goodness. So thank you so very much, Mohamed. Again, can you please share with everyone how to get in contact with you? Let's do that.
So, if you guys are next to your browser or if you are on your phone, just hit that little square that'll get you out. Click on Chrome, and then at the top, just write Mohamed.TALKS. Mohammed Talks. Mohammed Talks. And then you get MohammedTalks.com. That's my 10K card. You can find my book, my email, my LinkedIn, Spotify if you want to listen to my, podcasts. And if you want to follow me on Clubhouse, if you haven't already, subscribe to my YouTube channel, my Instagram, follow me on Facebook, on TikTok, and on Twitter. And thank you very much. You can buy my t-shirts as well. And if you want to contact me for further information, there's my WhatsApp there as well. Thank you very much.
And thank you so very much for joining us for this week's episode, special episode featuring Mr. Mohamed Talks. I'm Renee Knorr. I'm looking forward to pouring into you again for another segment with Breakfast with Champion on Saturday morning at 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Until then, I want you to hold your head up, keep your shoulders back. It's time for you to go blaze the universe because the world needs another game changer, and that is you. So thank you so very much for tuning in to today's special edition with Breakfast with Champions and the GW3 Live. We're signing out for now. Farewell.